Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. This is another Raid Shadow Legends video. Guys, we're back on the test server. As always, thank you, Plarium, for letting us use this. It gives us a little bit of a forewarning and a bit of a preview of what's to come. So we're going to be going through some of the stuff that's going to be in the patch, which I think is dropping for you guys tomorrow. But I've got it on the test server from today. And basically, we're going to go through, have a look at some of those new quality of life changes. We're going to have a look at some of the character design for the new champs. And then I'm actually going to have access to this test server from now. So I can do some champion guides on the new champs as soon as possible. But obviously, I only get it for a few days. So I guess comment below which champions you'd most like to see in champion guides. I will be streaming tonight, Hell Hades TV on Twitch. And we will be building out some of these champions on stream tonight to have a look at them. So come and join me there. I'll link below. But that's going to be 8 PM UK time, 3 PM EST when I start my stream. And you guys can come and get involved and see some of these new champions in action. So let's first off look at some of the new champs, and then we can get into some of the new quality of life changes. We're going to start with the new legendary dwarf, Herndig. So Herndig, a few people have said, I'm skipping this one, not worth it. I'm not sure that's the best solution, albeit the epics are good. So obviously you can make your own minds up, and I will go into where I think the different ones are good. But this guy, Herndig, I mean, he's got his bongos for a start on his back. I would always advise getting someone where he's got his bongos on his back. I've not tried him out yet. I've not tried smacking with him, so I don't know how hard he's going to hit. But he does have an AoE drop defense and drop accuracy in the same move, which actually is a super good ability. He's also got this weaken AoE and a chance to place HP burn AoE. And this could be big for anyone who's struggling with Spider. So, yeah, this champion's got a lot. He's got a lot. And to just be like, straight out, and now I'm going to skip this guy. I don't know if it's the one to skip, to be honest. But it's up to you guys, obviously. Good base stats as well. I haven't seen how hard he smacks for yet. We're going to be doing some of that tonight on stream. So, I guess, and then we'll be doing it in a more detail when we get onto the guides. Let's have a look at the other legendaries that are in the mix here. We've got a Shadowkin, Lady Kimmy. Not so sure about this champion design, to be honest. She's got herself a couple of little horns. Little fiery horns. Anyway, so she is one of the ones that I'm most interested in. I did allude to this the other day. 115 speed. 115 base speed. I think it's the fastest in the game. I'm not sure if anyone's better in that. And she's got this ability here. So AoE ability, decrease accuracy, decrease speed, and 75% boost to 100 of decreasing each target's turn meter. So as a go second champion, she's going to do a whole bunch of stuff which puts you in front. She's also got a big speed aura for Doom Tower, which is massive. She's got block buffs as well. Randomly, removes one random buff from each enemy. They had a 100% chance of putting block buffs out there. So again, as a go second champion, I'd imagine she actually does this first. So she goes out there, she puts block buffs on. She then fills turn meter for allies and places increased accuracy for allies and puts an increased speed buff for allies. Yeah, so even if the enemy do somehow cut in, let's say we've got Sifi's cutting in, she does all of her buff abilities anyway. Doesn't matter, she's got block buffs on her. So, I mean, it feels like for a non-void, her kit is kind of loopy nuts. Whenever this champion places a debuff on an enemy, also decreases that enemy's turn meter by another 5% for each debuff she's placing. So she's placing one here, she's got a couple here. So she's just a massive turn meter manipulator. So whether we're talking Arena or Doom Tower or Faction Wars, she's going to be insane. She's going to be one of the best turn meter controllers and ability blockers in the game for me. So she looks super cool. Not sure about her skin for me, but some people probably will like it. The other dude we've got here then, Noble. For me was probably the most lackluster of the new legendaries, but good base stats. Very slow though. 92 speed's very slow actually. Probably means he's going to hit like an absolute truck. A few people were saying on my last video, maybe if you paired him with someone like Mashold, anyone who's doing True Fear AoE, and then we get some use out of him. But yeah, all of his abilities are enhanced basically when there's Fear or True Fear out there. But for me, at 92 speed as well, I'm not that fussed about him. Okay, let's get on to the epics that are going to be part of the fusion then. And this is where the kind of the challenge comes in. So what are you going to do? You're going to pick the main fusion Herdig, or are you going to go for some of these epics instead? If you're a newer player or a free-to-player or whatever, and you just don't have that many resources, then don't sleep on getting some of these epics because they are really strong. They're really good. So let's start off with Siege Hulk. See what he looks like. Cool, he takes up the whole screen, this guy. He's carrying like a what is that on his back? He's so big. I think it's like a crossbow on his back. But I could be wrong. I'm not sure what it is. I think it is a massive crossbow, but I can't even see it. It's so big. He looks like an absolute beast. You don't want to fight this guy. Let's hope he's not another Prundar. So this guy then, what we got? We've got decreases turn meter if they've got decreased defense or decreased speed on them. Should just be decreased turn meter. Decreased defense on this ability here. So increases attack on all champions. Then 100% chance if you book him places a decreased defense on all enemies. I don't know if we've ever had an AoE decreased defense champion as an epic as part of a fusion. Ever. I don't know if we ever have. And if you go back even 6 months, you know, you had your Stag Knight, you had your Tyrell, and maybe a handful, 2 or 3 others in epics that were doing AoE decreased defense. Nowadays, we're actually blessed with so many different ones, okay? But don't discount the fact that we've got an epic that's doing AoE decreased defense, at the same time buffing your damage. So think about this from an arena point of view. If you haven't got your Arbiter yet, you're dropping defense and you're already giving your damage dealers the buff they need, okay? Siege Hulk will be massive for most accounts. If you don't have this skill yet, and if you're relying currently on War Maiden for this skill, he will be massive for your account. Also on his A3, increased crit rate and crit damage for 2 turns, and also places decreased speed on a target for 2 turns. This is a big ability as well, guys. Honestly, this guy is going to be huge for most accounts. The only thing that I don't like is his defense is very low. It's a bit like a War Maiden style level of defense, but still, he's going to be huge for a lot of people. Huge, both in good a champion, and he's going to fill your screen right up. Okay, who else we got? Doric, otherwise known as Cousin It. So Doric, I mean, I wouldn't trust him in a fight because how can he see? Unless these are his eyes. Maybe these are his eyes on the side of his head. He's kind of got this kind of ghostly, ethereal look. I mean, actually, the animation and the visual here, as ever, Ray just do such a good job of this stuff. I really do. Look at this. Sweet job of the visual again. So this is the guy that's got like a triple hit, random freeze, single target hit here, ignoring defense, or ignoring increased defense, sorry, and shields. Also ignoring defense if they're under a freeze. This guy, I guess, is going to be best for things like the faction. When the faction wars comes out, he's going to give you that opportunity to control with the A2, do big damage with the A3. It's got here as well counter attacks with Cold Comfort, which is A1, which is a double hitter, places an extra hit if they're under freeze, heals his champion by 10% of the damage. Whenever someone tries to place a stun, true fear, freeze, provoke, all that type of stuff on an ally. So, yeah, you can get some extra hits in there with the control stuff. For me, I mean, at 90 speed, is that right? 90 speed? Damn, that's so slow for an epic. I'm not that... I wouldn't be going all in to try and get myself a copy of this guy, other than for Faction Wars, honestly. So for me, he's probably the weakest of the lot. Now, this is probably one of the ones that most people are interested in, or one of the ones people are interested in anyway, at least. Scathix. So Lizardmen. We're struggling for Lizardmen, right? Look at the epics. And we know we get rotations of Doom Tower where we need epic Lizardmen. So we've got a new one. We start to get some better new ones, to be fair. Decreased speed A1. Love it. That's great for boss fights. Great for general content in the game. Good base stats. Not too bad. Speed could do with a couple more, but not bad. AoE ability here, chance to steal buffs. We've got a full cleanse, A3, love that. Then places block debuffs and shield for 2 turns, love that. That ability there is huge. Let me just think. So we do have an AoE. AoE and steal 1 random buff. So I was just thinking, is he going to be useful for Agref, the Nether Spider? Actually, he could steal counterattack from the Spiderlings, which means that the AoE makes some sense. He's got the full cleanse and shield, which means he's going to be useful there as well. I feel like he's going to be a great Doom Tower champion. Places block damage on himself whenever his HP drops below 30. Resistance in all battles. He's got a basket of fish in case we need them. Might need them. Yeah, anyway, look, decreased speed as well. I think he's going to be pretty decent for a bunch of Doom Tower stuff. This cleanse here is massive. We know that over time, we've been needing more and more people that can cleanse, put block debuffs out there for Doom Tower. So I feel like he's going to be a good addition to rosters, but not a game changer. Like, there's other champions that can do that stuff. He's going to be strong. Is he going to be the game changer? I'm not sure that he is. Certainly for that faction, though, I mean, there's not really a whole lot of champions doing similar stuff to that. So for that faction, for Faction Wars in particular, I think he's going to be pretty good. Okay, who else we got? Oh yeah, this is the one that people are hyped about because Skinwalkers is one of the hardest factions to clear on Faction Wars, and we've finally got ourselves a hippo. I mean, a reviver. There you go. Look at this guy. Very fancy. Very fancy jewels around his neck. Pretty cool. Again, as ever, cool design. Okay, so what's he all about then? I mean, this is it. He's got, if you book him, 5-turn cooldown, revives 2 random allies with 50% HP and fills their turn meter by 50%. Cool. This faction really needs it. After revival, places strength and buff on all allies for 2 turns. That's massive as well. Why is that so big? The boss, the final boss on this faction, is the one that just keeps smacking you for tons of damage. Yeah, it's easily, for me, the hardest boss. So having someone that's going to revive us with a high HP pool in the first place that you need to build up, that boss as well ignores defense. So you want like high HP champions. So revive us and then play Strengthen. Strengthen doesn't care about the ignore defense ability from the boss. Strengthen just says 25% of your damage gone. We don't care about it. 25% of your damage eradicated. It's a massive, massive buff against that faction war boss. So this guy is probably going to be one of the biggest reasons that some people don't go for the fusion, for the legendary, for Herndig. So Hafores, the Tusked. He's also got increased attack, increased crit rate, which is a nice buff. And he's got a chance to stun on his A1. Resistance in all battles, okay. But really, he's going to be in there for the revive. And honestly, outside of Faction Wars, he's just similar to other revive champions. That doesn't mean you won't use him. If you don't have any yet, and you need someone who's going to help you help carry you through other content in the game, he can do that, by the way. But if you're already kind of progressed with other champs, I can't see him fitting into many other teams for you. But these buffs and this revive is actually massive. Okay, so the rest of the stuff here is the rares, which are going to be part of the fusion as well. So let's have a quick look at them. Ogrin tribes. The rares, I don't think much of their kits, to be honest. So unless they've got some sort of cool multipliers going on. Again, like weak ass speed here. Kind of interesting visual. Nothing too crazy. Let's have a look at the demon spawn. At the sprite. Ooh la la. Fine. Fine. Who else we got? Shadowkin. Couple of Shadowkins. Okay. Assassin. It's like a straight up ninja. And Adachi. Cool samurai. Yeah. So, I mean, these guys, they might do some work for you on Faction Wars or whatever. But they're not going to be I don't think any of these are game changers unless they've got some sort of crazy multipliers that I've not seen yet. So anyway, look, make your own decisions. And as I say, we're going to try out some of those champs tonight. And I'll do guides on them over the next 4 or 5 days. Again, comment below which champions do you want to see guides on first, because I've only got so much time on the test server. Okay, so let's have a look at some of the quality of life changes then. So if we go into dungeons and go to do a run, we should see team setup. Here we go. Team setup now added to the game. So this will be coming in from it's already in the code for your game, but it's not quite live yet. What we got here, using team setup lets you create saved teams of champions that you can select in a single tap. You can select multiple teams for different game modes and play styles. You can give them special instructions and tell them which skills you want to use. So we can load up a team here that we want to build for Dragon. So I might want to build, for example, my damage boosting team. I was telling me who to pick. I don't want to pick her. Okay, it's trying to run me through all the stuff. Okay, so basically we pick a champion, fine, and then we tell the AI for that particular team setup, and you can change it per team setup. It's not champion specific, it's team specific. I can say, right, for this champion, I want, as an opener, the A1, yeah, instead of default. Or I can say, this is going to be my opener. And then I can say, this I want to be my first choice skill. Then this I want to be my second choice skill. And then the A1 I want to be my third. Or it's going to be default anyway. But it's huge. Like, people don't understand how huge this is for the game. You know, if I'm thinking of a champion like Warlord, specifically Warlord, doesn't like doing what he's told. So on Warlord, I want him to do his A3 first, especially for Arena, it's going to be the case. Damn, that's such a massive thing. You know, other champions, like if you want to build in, let's go into Spider a second, actually. If we want to build Cold Hearts to do our A3, let's say we were doing Spider 20, and we wanted to go, let's build Team 2. So yeah, if we wanted to build in, you know, a couple of Kaimars, a couple of Cold Hearts, and I don't know, someone who's going to drop defense for us, something like this. Or even better, someone like this. So normally what's going to happen here is Kaimar's going to do his A2s, Cold Heart's going to do her A2s before we get into any of the juicy stuff. So if I go into setting them up, I can actually say, no, Kaimar, I want, depending on what speed they are, so it's going to tell me the speeds of my champs here. Look at this, 246, 195, 182, 160. So my Cold Hearts are both slower than my Kaimars. So in this instance, I actually want my Kaimars, my fastest one to do is A1. Sorry, what am I doing? I want that to be my opener. I want this to be my second choice. I can't pick third choice, so it's my bad. So basically I want this to be my second skill, or first choice skill after my opener, and then this to be my second choice skill after my opener. So basically what he's going to do is he's going to come in, he's going to do reset, and then next he's going to do his A2. My second Kaimar, I want it to be the other way around. So I want his A1, his A2 to be my opener. And then I want this to come in after. See how that runs. I might not have done that quite right. We'll see. And then for my Cold Hearts, I want the opener to be her A3. Opener to be her A3. And Lydia, we want to go for opener on A2. Okay? Save that. Let's see if we can run this. Tick it, in it goes. See, it's gone blue now. See if this runs. This is a massive, massive change for the game. If you press with a team setup, it looks like it just auto starts on auto. If you're not running auto, then it won't do what you want it to do. So we do our A2, A1, Heart Seeker, Reset. Oh, man, it's so good. It's so good. It's so massive. Ah, she's not doing a Heartseeker after the reset. Plarium! Plarium! Wow, did I do something wrong? Maybe I did it wrong. Maybe I sell Hades wrong. Let's try that again. Let's try that again. Edit team. Let me just check. So I want it as the opener, and I want it as the first choice. Let me see if that's gonna fix what I did wrong. Please, please. Might be my bad. Might be my bad there. Come on. I think it was my bad thinking about it. A2, A1, Heartseeker, Heartseeker. Oh, we killed it anyway. Damn it. Let's go on to another stage. But these changes are massive. Once we start getting into using them, once we start working out where we want to change stuff up, even changing Kaimar to actually do what we want him to do is huge. Heartseeker, Heartseeker. Should now get a reset. I've got it actually set so we're doing double reset, but it doesn't matter for now. It's more of a test. Heartseeker, yes. She might be dead. But yeah, so stuff like this is huge. It's so big to be able to control this type of stuff. Similarly, when we're talking about arena, so we can set as many defaults as you want there. It's massive, guys. It's so big for this game. If we're talking arena, normally our warlord does whatever he fancies. Yeah. Or normally our Kaimar does whatever he fancies. So Kaimar's another big one here, where you could be setting your Kaimar to use his A2 first and then his refresh after. You know, there's some champions like Lanikis who won't do her ally attack first. There's so many situations where you now being in control, Madame always doing her A3 first. There's so many times where you being in control is going to be huge. You might say on Mashold, I never want him to use his A3. Yeah. You might say with someone like Septimus, just A1. Just A1, and then suddenly Septimus might be a viable arena champion. Let's test that quick. Yeah, let's test that quick. That could be fun. So Madame into Septimus. I don't know if I'm quick enough for this. We'll see quickly. Let's just do this here. Also, if you're doing like arena reset time and you're trying to speed pick teams, this is going to be massive as well. But this is something I'm quite interested in having a look at. The Septimus suddenly become arena viable. So everyone else can do what they want. Madame, open with your A3, please, and use this as your first choice ability whenever it's available. Septimus, only ever A1. Not default, not default, not default. Maybe I need to tell him, don't use A2. Okay, let's see what this does on auto then. Beautiful thing to see, guys. This is so big. So big. There it is. Septimus, get it go, get it go, get it go. Oh, don't get wiped out. Ah, they've removed my increased attack. Anyway, A1, bam. A1, bam. A1, slam. Oh, Septimus is an arena champion at last. Septimus is back in the game, guys. Septimus is back. Oh, it's disgusting to see. It is absolutely disgusting to see. So there's all sorts of... There will be, over the next 2 months, all sorts of different metas that start to pop out. Because these changes are actually huge. Actually huge. We're going to start to see some other champions now with a chance to play in the game. And here's one of them. Oh, damn it. Damn it. Damn. Swift parry. Swift parry, guys. But that is actually really good. Really good to see. So yeah, so anyway, that's one of the things. Obviously, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. So that's one of the things that we can do. Presets and changing people's abilities. It's massive. I just want to see if 3 versus 3... Oh, come on, don't care about this. Obviously, you can save all of your presets there as well. I just want to see if 3 versus 3... If we hit auto, it's just going full auto. I'm not sure. Are we going full auto across the board? I think that's part of this patch. Please stay auto when we go on to the next fight. Please stay auto. Please stay auto. It didn't. Maybe the test mode doesn't have it in, or maybe it wasn't part of this patch. I think it is part of this patch. Maybe it's just not live in the test mode yet. Please be that. Let's have that coming in tomorrow. Okay. So the other thing then for quality of life, what else we got here? Quality of life changes. Some of the sorting stuff. Again, I don't know if this is in the... So what was this here? Sort by rank will become default. Champion rarity filter now on. So rare, so it's going to pump my legendaries to the top, which it's doing. That's cool. That's also available in places like the tavern. So you can go rarity. I'm going to go rarity again and put... No, so I can't throw rubbish rarities to the top. You'd almost want to reverse that for the tavern, honestly. Because that generally you'll want to use food champions towards the lower ranks, I think. But nothing different there. An option to keep auto battle on by default will be added to all arena and clan boss battles. It will appear as a checkbox on the champion selection screen. Let me see this. Maybe I messed up again. On the champion selection screen. Which I think is this. I'm not seeing it here, so I don't see it. Maybe you guys are like, it's there. Why aren't you seeing it? I can't see it right now. Maybe it's not in just yet, but it looks like it is coming. Or it's meant to be coming. So there we go, guys. Look, I honestly feel like this is one of the best patches. It's only a quality of life patch. I get it. The fusion champions look interesting. Again, come and check them out tonight. And the ability to preset teams and change ability orders. So big. It's so big, guys. You don't even understand it. Anyway, look. This is going live tomorrow. We will get to play around with it even more then. And hopefully a couple of those other bits which don't feel like they're in yet will come in as well. I've been Hell Hades. I will see you later.